Hi everyone, we are on a mission to make India inclusive capital of the world. My name is Mallikarjuna, I am a social entrepreneur, founder and CEO of IDEA, a social enterprise, inclusive Divyangjan Entrepreneur Association. First of all, I would like to thank Meeraji and team, Shravaniji and team for bringing all of us together for this journey to happen. We are talking about rural livelihoods. We in India call rural Bharat. In 600 BC, Aryabhatta has invented zero. Later, it has become a history. In 2023, zero projects coming to India. I hope and see that by the time India becomes 100 years, India would become inclusive capital of the world by making all the things happen. We have that ability to do now, vision to execute. Now coming back to the challenges, when we started almost 3.5 years back, everybody even within the sector said, you are not going to succeed, this is not going to happen. Because Arman asked for challenges, the biggest challenge was mindset challenge, both within the sector, among the persons with disability, also among the policymakers, where everybody felt that persons with disability in this country can't be good entrepreneurs or self-employed people. That is where I need to mention here that we got two pillars. Who said that we are with you and you can start? One was the Hans Foundation. I'm very thankful to Sweta Rawatji, the chairperson, and the then CEO, Lieutenant General Mehtaji, later who became chairperson of IDEA. They said that you don't mind even if you fail, we are with you. Because we were saying that we may fail, because that is what entire sector says, that we are not going to create this impact. Why I'm saying this is, when I share the impact what has been created in the last 3 years, you will be amazed to know the resilience of persons with disability in this country. And there are two organizations who said, we are with you, solid rock. One was Hans Foundation and another was Saksham. They said that let us do it. What we were doing, we are trying to change the mindset of the society as well as persons with disabilities. We are telling that no pensions, no charity, no freebies. Let us start become contributors to the economy. We are telling that you need to start your journey of a giver, not a taker. How long you be a taker? People give you a wheelchair without giving the work. How does it work? So with this spirit, India's first ecosystem has been built with the support from National Skill Development Corporation and like-minded organizations. And this incubation center has gone through 2.5 years action research, understanding that what type of enterprises, micro enterprises in the rural areas, persons with disabilities would be able to establish. I'll be very happy briefly to share with you, with an investment of 1.75 crore people on 700 persons with disability in 26 districts. Today, the first year, all of them together, these are all micro entrepreneurs, they did a turnover of almost 30.6 crores. So 3.6 million euro business turnover they did in last 1 year. And I'm very hopeful that in next 1.5 years, we'll touch this 100 crores. It's not only about the business turnover. They have an income of almost 10.8 crores in the last 1 year. 26% of the entire 700 people are women with disabilities in the rural areas. 65% of all these 700 are coming from women with rural areas. And then we have established almost 70 different kinds of business models for 12 different kinds of categories of persons with disabilities. With a through R&D using technology, understanding the abilities framework, building the ability framework among the persons with disability, trying to understand a person with autism, person with dwarfism, a person having a road accident and then suddenly became a person with disability, what type of businesses they can be able to do it. Not only that, along this ecosystem, we have created India's first, their own network called Dhan Network, Divyangjan Hunar Atmanirbhar Network. Dhan in Hindi means paisa, money. So if it is all because of money, we thought that why can't we create a network of their own in the name of money? And this Dhan Network is going to be a long-term, association. So first of its kind R&D, we prototyped each and every model. When it comes, maybe if time permits, I would like to share. And we are very keen that like-minded people can join us to scale it up. Our mission is to create 5,000 Divyangjan entrepreneurs in next 4 years, and through them providing 10,000 jobs for non-Divyangjan as well. So from our experience, I think we see three kind of challenges. One is an aspirational challenge, which is very, very big. So the persons with disability in this country has been told for years that you can't do anything. And this aspirational problem is not only with the PwDs, but with their families. One or the other reason they will find out not to send their PwD kids outside to explore the world. So the list is very big. But at the same time, this country also doesn't have any abilities framework. We always talk about disabilities, but it's a time for us to talk about the abilities of each individual. And based on that abilities, what sort of enterprises can be built, or what sort of employment can be. When we did India's first abilities survey, we could find astonishing results from the rural areas, the type of aspirations that PwDs have. And when we ask them after 10 years, 5 years, what is that they would like to achieve, the type of dreams that they have. But somewhere these dreams are lying and there is no ecosystem which existed there. Second thing is a responsibility challenge. We as a community and society always told that you are a PwD person, nothing to do, we'll take care of you. They also want to contribute to their family, to their community, to their society. So in our program, initially we completely failed when we started giving them something. But when we put this responsibility into it, our success rate started coming in. For their sister's marriage, for their mother's health, or something else, they really want to do the business and earn the money. I all request, in fact, again, thanks to Hans Foundation, when we were having a problem with intellectually challenged, we really wanted to create some businesses and we were failing. We were discussing then, team introduced to us to a concept called SRV, Social Role Valorization. Keystone Institute is here. I'll request all of you. How do we ensure that each person with disability in this country first play their social roles? And then comes the rest of the things. I as an individual, if I can start understanding my social roles, which can build up to aspirations, and then finally we take up. The third important challenge, which even now we are not realizing, is a market challenge. 5 to 7% of country's population, 12% of the people are going to be elderly. We can influence 20% of, we together are almost 20% in this. We are not seeing ourselves as a market. That is where the major problem is. So the day we start realizing our market potential, that is where the brands, companies, corporates, or anybody for that matter, including the government, will come to us. So this needs to be done. This needs to happen, that we as a market start getting into advocacy and started telling them that, look, if you are not going to be inclusive, this population is going to be out. That is how the first sign language film in Gujarati started, because they started realizing people will be coming. That is how several brands now realized. Axis Bank suddenly come out. They are one of the partners here. I appreciate them, because they know now that 1% of people in this country are here having hearing problems. If their accounts can be in Axis Bank, that can create wonders. We did some in inclusive communication space. So somewhere at the national level, we need to create this ecosystem where market responds, and that is how inclusion is going to happen. And automatically, if you can link up these business ecosystems to mainstream ecosystems, where people in their supply chain start looking for inclusion and start employing or empowering entrepreneurs with disabilities, start giving them the orders, and each order, even in our homes, if we start procuring 1% of our products from persons with disability, that can change, thousands of people's life. So this narrative needs to be built in, and I think together this is a wonderful platform to start that. Great question, sir. So we have categorized all these entrepreneurs into 3 categories: Swarojgar, Laghu Udyami, and Udyami. And I firmly believe the income will be like any other entrepreneurs. And for all these people, there are certain level of intervention. How do they graduate from Swarojgar, which is the basic livelihood or the self-employment thing, and then slowly they graduate into Laghu Udyami, which is a micro or nano entrepreneur, and then they get into becoming a small entrepreneur. So if we look at the sales on an average, 15,000 is the average figure which everybody is working. If I can tell among these entrepreneurs, there is one entrepreneur in a very rural aspirational district called Nu. He is earning almost 70,000 per month with doing a business of 2.5 lakhs. And the micro income generation activities which are happening in the rural areas, they are earning somewhere between 8,000 to 12,500.